The In This League Podcast Network. In this ring, in this corner, Joe Pisapia. This corner, Tim Heaney. Gentlemen, let's go.
Let's get to NXT and TakeOver, which it's not the card that they thought it was going to be 2 months ago, but it's still pretty damn good. We got War Raiders versus Ricochet, Aleister Black for the tag team championships. War Raiders are the champs right now. The team of Aleister Black and Ricochet has fought for now every tag team belt from every bingo hall to all the way up to Raw, SmackDown, and NXT in the last 10 days.
I think they're fighting for the NWA after that.
I mean, if they show up in the G1 Supercard at the Garden, I would be shocking. I mean,
it's a five tag match. That'd be amazing.
I mean, what are they doing here? I don't get it.
They're stalling. That's what they're doing. Well, this is to close out. I think they're going to lose this one. I think.
Okay, so they lose this one, but how does that help them? How does it help? Does it help War Raiders to beat them? I don't know.
I think it does. War Raiders they need that signature win, really.
All right. Well, if they think that they're going to get a signature match that's going to put them over the top with those two, which is very possible because of how talented Black and Ricochet are, fine. Yeah. But there's no way that they can't retain these belts because that just doesn't make any sense at all.
Oh, for sure. I agree.
Right, so let's move past that. Pete Dunne versus Walter. Walter's never going to work on the main roster, in my opinion. It's just my opinion. I could be wrong. I'm curious to see this. I want to see how this plays out.
He needs at least 2 years if he's going to work on the main roster. As big a fan of him as I am, I'll admit that.
I don't get it. I think he's good. Don't get me wrong, but he's not WWE. He's just not the product, and I don't see that other charismatic thing about him necessarily. Where Dijakovic has that. Keith Lee has that. Matt Riddle has that. Even Pete Dunne has it, and Pete Dunne is not in the mold. But I don't know. I don't get the Walter thing. We shall see. But I think Pete Dunne retains. What do you think?
I think Walter might win this. I think Dunne's held it for 700 days. I think it's time for him to start chasing again.
Yeah, but is it time for him to chase or is it time for him to move?
Maybe move. That's it. Maybe.
All right. In the interest of him potential, and is Walter the guy that carry NXT UK? I don't know about that.
A monster heel champ could work.
We shall see. I'm split on this. I say Pete Dunne returns. You say Walter. We'll move on to Velveteen Dream versus Matt Riddle. This one I'm excited about. This will be fun. Like strong style, very hyper violent Matt Riddle striking versus Velveteen, who's much more of a fun, elegant, big move kind of wrestler. A little bit more whirling and twirling and things of that nature. This should be fun. I think this is going to be the fun match of the night.
Yeah,
for sure, where you look back and go, "Oh, this was great." I'm hoping Velveteen retains. That's what I'm hoping. I think good long run here.
Yeah, the character work's going to be phenomenal. The bro versus all that stuff.
The question is, what's Velveteen going to have on his pants? Is he
maybe have Matt Riddle? That'd be pretty funny.
Was he going to have the Matt Riddle surfer things? Is he going to come out in a surfer outfit? I'm going to make a thing. He's going to come out with a full body zip up scuba outfit.
Yeah.
And he's going to wear a mask and the whole thing, and he's going to come down on a surfboard. That's what
I wouldn't put it past him. I love how he keeps that theme of psyching everybody out that he's facing. It's good stuff.
Yeah,
I think Dream retains too. Riddle's great, but I don't think they need to have another title change here. I don't think they have Dream lined up as the next NXT Championship guy yet because they're probably going to slow play what happens after that picture. So we'll get to that later. But yeah, I think Dream's going to hold on to his belt for a bit longer.
Yeah, and he should. This should be a good long run for him. I think this should take him probably through the end of the year, to be honest. I'd like to see this go all the way.
If your boy Dijak takes it from him.
Yeah, when we get to that kind of area, or even Keith Lee, either one of those two guys, I think would be good.
Yeah,
I'm surprised they're not on this card. Are they fighting in the pre-show?
They might be doing the taped stuff for the episode they air on regular NXT. So
I'm surprised that's not on here because those two have had some fun stuff, and I think there's a little jazz with the crowd about them. All right, Shayna Baszler is the champ, taking the 4-way match with Io Shirai, Kairi Sane, and Bianca Belair. Everybody knows I love Kairi. I think with this one, it's kind of hard to. It depends on if they want to move Shayna up.
Right.
If they want to move Shayna,
Yep.
And with Ronda probably being done, it seems like you got to bring in somebody for some kind of heel potential. Like you gotta bump somebody because there's not a whole lot of good wrestling heels. In my opinion, I would move Shayna and Kyrie up right away. So I think Io Shirai is going to be the winner here. I think that's the way they go.
Me too. I think this is Shayna's last hurrah at NXT. Maybe she'll come back for a rematch, but she'll be moving up and then fighting that kind of in the schedule, how they ever want to.
And I would move her right up to the top. I'm talking singles against, Becky and Charlotte and all that. That's where you move her because she's something that they don't have. Even Becky being the man in the leather jacket wearing whatever, she's not Shayna. Shayna is darker, interesting, much more violent moveset, much more, just nasty, mean kind of character. Mm-hmm. And they need that. They need somebody to work off of like that. And I think she would be a good addition. And Kyrie would be a good addition too, because I think it's time to continue to make this a more athletic roster from the women's side. They brought in a lot of people like the Iconics and some other wrestlers over the last year that have not, let's put it that way, they don't have the same athletic ability as Charlotte or, Shayna or Kyrie or some other women. So I think they need to get a little bit more athletic as well. And I think Kyrie fixes that. And the women, there's plenty of other women there to carry the torch. So
for sure,
they can stand to lose a couple. And the main roster needs a couple good singles wrestlers from the women's side.
And then they have Io and Bianca feuding for a little while, and then you have other people moving up to the top
maybe
of
you
the
get one Kyrie Io match just for fun.
Well, yeah, that would be
I think you do that just for fun.
That would be Kyrie's final NXT thing.
Exactly. You have her challenge maybe one time, and then you'd move her up too. And I think both of them will be up by SummerSlam. I think.
Oh, for sure.
Have them up there. Johnny Gargano, Adam Cole. Adam Cole, baby. I'm going on the Cole side. I think it's time for Adam Cole to be the face of NXT. I think it's long overdue. He's super over. Undisputed Era does great work as a collective. I love this. I think it's the way to go. I know Johnny Gargano's been the narrative, but I don't know, man.
Plans change. So card subject to change, plan subject to change. So
what do you think? You think Gargano's the guy?
It's Cole. It's Cole. For sure. There was a rumor that I read somewhere that they might send Gargano to 205 Live while Ciampa is healing.
Yeah.
And then kind of fade back to that later on and redo the feud. I mean, I would love to hold out for that for the NXT Championship because we were supposed to get it again. But yeah, I think Cole wins Undisputed Era. They hold the title for a while. Maybe SummerSlam. Maybe that's when you put Velveteen Dream against them if you lose the title. But I think that having Undisputed Era at the top gives you flexibility to work however you want for challengers for as long as you need to, because Adam Cole can hold that for a long time also.
Well, now that